Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I appreciate the support. Hope everybody can see me out there. My wife is the first one in the comment. I just saw that. She says first. So big shout out to Stacy Leanne. If you're a girl, go and subscribe to her channel. If you're a guy and you subscribe to her channel, I guess you could support her, but I mean, she talks about makeup, man. So I don't know how I feel about it. Check. All right, I think you guys can hear me now, right? Put in the comment if you could hear me. Apologize about that. This little thing right here is acting out. Maybe it's time to get a new mic. Maybe. I don't know. So you should be able to hear me now. I'm gonna wait for some of you guys to put in the comments and confirm that you guys can hear me. He should be able to. So give me a quick second right here. Can you hear me? I hate when this happened. I really hate when this happened because in the replay, whoever's watching in the replays, I apologize about this. But hey, this is live, and that's one of the things about being live, right? So let's hit the intro and let's get started with this question. All right, guys, check it out. The Rosado Bunch. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, I'll link it down below for you guys. And we've been putting a lot of videos there. Actually, today we started our first live stream. We're gonna do that maybe once a week or something like that. But that's the family channel. So if you want to see the behind the scene, not really guns or anything like that, just me and my kids, definitely check out that channel for sure. So come up to this question right here, and if you guys got question, always put it down in the comment section because I do stuff like this. Excuse me. I do stuff like this all the time, and I kind of give you my take. Now, this supporter here on the channel was asking me a question. How do I deal with the bad police officers? What about when you complying to the bad boys in blue? Now, a lot of comments happened out of this one, and we had a conversation about this. I don't really think he was, anti-police officer or talking bad about cops. He was just asking a legit question. How do you deal with cops that, for whatever reason are not acting the professional way or the best way ever, right? And I work as a military police officer, guys. I mean, I spent 11.5 years in the Marines. Really didn't spend a long time working in the law enforcement side of the house. I spend the majority of my time working in the field side, doing different types of missions and things more related into the field side, convoy security, patrols, protective service detail, things like that. But it was a time in my life where I did work as a police officer, military police officer, and I always get the question, and I always get from the regular cops out there, well, you don't know how it works, man. You don't know how this, you're just a military police. Well, when you deal with people that are trained to kill you every single one of them, it's a little bit different. You're not really dealing with civilians that are really not, the majority of them are not trained to kill you. Maybe the majority of them are not in the physical shape that Marines are. So Marines are typically in shape and they know how to fight. They know how to do it. They're young guys. They're full of energy and they will fight. So to me, every time I hear that a statement like, oh, military police, it's not like police officer, you right, it's not. The guys that we deal with are trained killers, majority of them. So that's my take on it. But as a police officer, as a military police officer, I always try to have like a higher standard. Not only you had to have a great standard as a Marine, but also as a military police officer. And I can see that in many occasions, I talked to, in my line of work recently, I have talked to several cops, and they have been really, really rude. Just recently, we were in a situation where we had to call the police officer, and one of the individuals that was talking to the cop, he was really nervous, to a point that he actually asked. He was, hey, look, can I get a second to kind of get my ideas and kind of, I'm nervous. I want to be able to express to you what happened. And in this case, he would have been the victim, and he was treated really bad. I mean, the cop was like really mean. So again, this is not really a video bashing police officer. If you've been here in the channel for a long time, you do know that I support police officers, and I think they do an outstanding job, and the majority of them do great. I've been pulled over. My wife always laughs. My wife is like, how did this happen? The last 4, 5, 6 times, maybe my wife puts it in the comment, that I've been pulled over, I've been told, have a great day and thank you for serving our country, because I pull out my military retire ID before I even pull out my license. I'm like, can I see your license and registration? And I'm pulling out my veteran's ID card. Here you go, man. And thanks to good Lord, I being fortunate to deal with that. But yeah, there's definitely going to be some bad ones, and there's always going to be bad ones everywhere. There's always going to be guys that are going to give you a problem, guys. You go to McDonald's, you're going to have guys that are going to be, mean at McDonald's, Target, Walmart. I mean, your job. There's always going to be people that have, for whatever reason, they upset a life or something going on, and for whatever reason, so here's the idea, or here's my take on it, and to get to the meat and potatoes of this. How do you deal with bad cops? If you find yourself in a situation that is really bad, obviously we're not talking about a situation where a police officer tells you to do something that endangers your life or your family's life. That will be in a different aspect or a different video. But if you find yourself in a situation where you think somebody's being unfair, you could do a couple of things. First of all, you could refuse. You could definitely refuse to do that. That's probably not going to end up right. Let's think about it. Let's really talk about it. It's probably not going to end up right. Probably what's going to happen is that they're going to make you do whatever they're telling you to do. Probably you're going to go to court, and you're probably going to get in trouble. I mean, the majority of the system is designed to protect them. He probably knows the judge. He probably knows people there. So typically we are in a disadvantage. That's the reality. We are at a disadvantage unless we have a ton of money to hire a lawyer, a ton of money, or we know some people, or we are Hillary. Yeah, I said a Hillary that could break the law and nothing happens to her. We're probably going to get in trouble. So you can obviously refuse to whatever they're telling you, and they're most likely going to make you do whatever they're saying, and you're most likely going to get in trouble. That's just how it is. The second thing you can do, in my opinion, is to comply, be as professional as you can, and most importantly, have some kind of proof of what's going on. This could be audio, this could be audio. This could be having a witness. But the best thing about it is this right here. Cell phone. I mean, this thing will get you out of trouble like it's cool. Right here. How many, how many times we see it where somebody takes out a cell phone and started recording and it stops everything, because now that police officer is going to know that he's going to be accountable for it, that there is video proof, and if something weird happens, you got it on video. So again, I'm not saying not to comply. I'm not saying to fight. I'm not saying anything like that. I'm just, this is a simple question that was asked to me, and this is how I would answer that question. This is what I would do. If I find myself in a situation where I think somebody's being rude to me, a police officer's being unfair, a police officer's treating me disrespectfully, a police officer is treating me a way that I shouldn't be treated like, one, I would say, okay, roger that. I got it. And I'll take this right here. And from here, we're going to go into a different level, guys. Because once you have that proof, once you have that video, I mean, what is going to happen? Nobody's going to argue with you. You have it in video. So, and again, I'm going to read some of your comments over here. Let me know what you guys think about this. And I'm looking at some of the comments right here. But that's my take on it. That's really my take on it. One thing that I will say, one thing that I want to say here to Mr. B right here, that he wrote this comment. One thing that I will tell you, brother, is simple. Don't be too sensitive. Really don't be sensitive about things. All right. A lot of times we may think, well, he's treating me a specific way because I'm a criminal. You may not be a criminal. Keep in mind that police officers have a job to do, and it's really hard. There are so many people out there doing really bad things to cops. They're getting shot. They're getting attacked. It's just ridiculous. They have a job to do, and they need to be safe. They got a family. They want to go home. At the end of the day, they want to go home. So here's what I would say. This is what I would say. If they tell you things like, hey, you know what? Don't put your hands in your pocket. Take your hands out of your pocket. It's not because they are being mean. It's not because they think you're a criminal. It's because they deal with people that are a lot of times the worst of the worst. I mean, they bad people. So, they're in a position where maybe one guy or two guys or three guys, so the day before they dealt with some scumbag that probably had a gun in the pocket, and they wanted to protect themselves. So don't feel that you're being treated like a criminal. If they tell you to do something, it's reality. The reality is for their safety. So, a lot of times we hear things like, you know what, he's treating me like this, and, he told me it's for it is for their safety. They deal with scumbags. They deal with bad people all the time. They really do. So don't be that sensitive. If they tell you something, try to be as nice as you can. I tell you guys over here, again, you make your own decision. You do whatever you want. But if they come to me and they ask me a question, I'm going to answer. I'm going to be as polite as I can, because I truly understand that they're trying to do a job. I truly understand that they have to deal with the worst of the worst, and they're just trying to do a job. So, again, but if it gets to the point where they're being truly unfair and you think it's really, really bad, right here, man. Again, right here, I would record people so quick. I'll take my phone and I record that, and I'll be like, look, man, for my protection, because obviously you're doing something that I believe is illegal. I believe that it's against my safety or whatever. So, let me read some of the comments here. Davis in the house. Big shout out to David Wicks. We went to boot camp together. That's Marine Corps 101 right there. And I think the baby woke up. Okay, practically tacticals in the house. I came for knowledge, but I guess some eye candy too awesome. I don't know what you're talking about, man. Hillary for prison. Yeah, we go. All right, guys. So I just wanted to share that real quick. I wanted to come here and kind of answer that question. I appreciate you guys' question. I appreciate you guys' support, and I appreciate everything you guys do for the channel. You guys are awesome. If you haven't checked out the family channel right here, the Rosado Bunch, we up to 330 subscribers. Check it out in the links down below. You know, we put in videos there, and we're really enjoying it, and we're having a great time. Once this video is done, once this video is processed, go back and put a comment. If you have anything you want to add up, definitely put it down in the comments. And if you have any questions, just put it down in any other videos, because I typically come down here and I do things like this where I come and I answer some of the questions. Again, I didn't do this video to bash any police officers or anything like that. They do a fantastic job. They do really, really well. And we definitely appreciate their service that they do for our country. But again, appreciate you guys watching. And as always, God is in control.